Hello everyone. I'm gonna try and start doing these hands again, these blog things again, because I've got a few things on my mind at the minute, and no real place to vent them, except for people at work or um, family that aren't really interested. A few people have been asking me what I thought of the new Doctor Who. They've been asking that ever since I did the last video. Every time a new series comes out. And I'm not going to go through it all, but let's say it's slowly been improving. Do I think it sucks still? No, but at the same time, it's still nowhere near as good as the classic series. Um, and I thought I'd cover that because people often wouldn't ask me why is the classic so good in your opinion. Um, because it was new. Everything nowadays, with the exception of a few things, seems to be remakes or reboots or adaptations of things. Um, there seems to be, especially in the sci-fi world, from what I've seen, very few ideas or ideas that are good. It's all everyone's jumping on the adaptation of books, comics, um, reboots. I mean, let's look at the last few years. We've had Total Recall, had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers. Although we've never had a live action Transformers before, so that could be called something new and original. But it did start the story again. So did Ninja Turtles. Um, had all the Avengers and the Marvel stuff, which is adaptations of thing. I'll get into the whole adaptations versus remakes in another video because that's something else I want to cover. But you start to see my point, as in people just seem to be jumping on let's remake that banner. Spider-Man, that was a good one. I'm pretty sure they're going to be redoing the X-Men probably, or maybe. Um, and okay, so films that are adaptations that were really bad, in my opinion, were Ender's Game. I saw that film and I was, oh, no. It's such a bad film. Stuck up kids who think they're clever than everyone else. Are you telling me that no one thought to cover this? No, anyway. And because Doctor Who was new back then, no one had ever seen that sort of sci-fi before. And I don't think I can put my finger on the one thing that made it successful. I mean, okay, it had real-ish characters. You had the characters that didn't know anything about the world, so you could explain it to them in the form of Barbara and Ian. But it was very weird. I mean, the idea of two school teachers going off in time and space, and it was a really good idea. So it wouldn't work now because you're doing the Doctor Who thing again. Um, everything's you're doing an adaptation of that, or you got your inspiration from this. It's very hard to come up with an idea that is original. It's easy to come up with ideas based on things. I mean, I come up with them all the time. And if I can do it, anyone can do it. But no, so new Doctor Who. I think what it should have done, in my opinion, and this is kind of going to backtrack on what I said earlier, is it should have been a remake. It should have been a start from scratch. Because they wouldn't have had to deal with the whole limited to 13 regenerations. They come in with that bullshit of the Time Lord blow on him and it's all, why don't they just do that to everyone? You could have had it because Doctor Who in the 1960s was Doctor Who in the 1960s. If you took for example, if you took the very first story of Doctor Who, an Unearthly Child, remade it exactly the same as the 1963 version, same cameras, same actors, this is like a what if, so it doesn't matter that they're dead or old. Same cameras, same actors, same set techniques, so the sets look the same. Black and white. You made it exactly shot for shot. The one made today would not be as good, or it would be completely different in terms of feeling as the one made in 1963. And that goes for anything. Any film, TV, music, it's completely different because the taste, the political climate, everything was different in 1963 than it is now. They didn't have, they didn't have things like internet, phones. As I said, the music was different. People say, "Oh, but it would be exactly the same because you're basically copying it." You don't really understand. It would feel differently. It's like people say that film and TV have like a soul. It's not that. It's just the fact that it speaks to us on almost a subconscious level. And you'd be watching it and you think, I know this looks the same, but it doesn't feel right. And that's what I think when I see Doctor Who now. The 50th and the end of Matt Smith's era was okay. The 50th I thought felt a little bit choppy. It seemed to me that they couldn't really come up with a story. It was just having the Doctors there for a sake, and to have all the Doctors turn up at the end. To be honest, if they could have done it, they should have had it with all the Doctors. I know that would have been really difficult writing-wise and acting, and to get people that look and act would have been a little bit disrespectful. And yes, I did have tears in my eyes when Tom Baker turned up. I don't know why, but it was just... when you watched him, you could see that he was really happy to be back, and it was nice. It was really nice. Something I didn't expect. One thing, I watched it with my brother about 1:30 in the morning, so that's when I got home from work, and I was like, right, I've got to watch it. And my brother said, "Oh, I've just watched it, but I'm going to watch it again with you because there's a bit that I want you to see." I knew about the Time War and everything. He didn't think I knew, but anyway, it was really well done actually. The bit where the Doctor's TARDIS comes through and chops the Dalek in half. Completely bullshit actually, because the power unit is in the skirt section, so the Dalek would die straight away. But anyway, when the Dalek's there lying on the ground, he goes, "The Doctor is escaping, help!" You know, like that. He's in pain, poor thing. I went, "Oh, poor Dalek," and my brother went, "I knew you'd say that. I knew you'd say that." It's a Dalek. I went, "Yeah, but you can't feel sorry for him." But yeah, it was okay. I love the fact that they've gone back to the sources and added so much detail. I mean, into a Dalek, there's so much detail in that source. I was screenshotting like mad. Couldn't get any decent ones though because it was all blurry. But the end, what is it called? The day of the Doctor was the 50th. The time of the Doctor was So the last one of Matt Smith's was again alright, but it seemed a bit kind of Hulu. I mean, Handles was a nice character. I like non-human characters. I mean, you show me a film like, for example, when I was young and I first watched The Abyss, I was more concerned about the rat than any of the humans. I didn't really care about the humans. Or when that little robot imploded, I was like, "Oh, a robot! I don't care about the human." I guess it's... I live with humans every day, unfortunately. But it was interesting. Does that mean now they're free to bring the Time Lords back? But if they're always going to play if the Time Lords come back, the Daleks will start the war again. Or maybe they're going to have it so that the Doctor can get there, but it's going to be like they're going to put some anti-Dalek spray down or something. They can't, it's like the Daleks stuck on paper. "I cannot move, damn it." That'd actually be a good defence. The Daleks can be, "You're going to explode." What the... Damn it, sticky paper! Anyway, another thing about the 7th series, I like the new Cybermen. I'm not... I'm a little bit of a cyber fan. I'm also they're really boring in a way because I don't like the way they've gone. You will be upgraded. They're assimilating. They're converting. It's it's the process is too quick and clean. The way I'd have it done, and I might do this if I ever get good at doing humans, in 3D or 2D. Anyway, so the way I'd have my Cybermen do things is it's a little bit Borgish, but in their wrist guns, they'd fire, or maybe they'd inject by grabbing you, a parasite. Well, I'm gonna say like one of those little cyber mite things, and that temporarily takes control over you, either to do their bidding, so you're like a slave, or so that you wouldn't resist assimilation. Then they'd take you and they'd like prep your brain as well for removing the emotions and whatnot. Then they'd put you into this big kind of like tank, and that would fill with this kind of fluid. Then all your bits would be stripped away down to the like heart and brain. So you can imagine this scene of characters walking through. They've broken in, or they're trying to rescue their friends. They're trying to see what's inside the tank, and it clears for a moment. They just see this pulsating heart and some veins and everything leading up to the brain. It's got the brain stem and everything. It'd be very ghoulish, but then that's put into maybe storage tanks, ready to be installed into a Cyberman. But because obviously they can't do that because it's meant to be a kids show now. I can't remember what the life I was talking about. Can't remember for the life of me what I was talking about. I can't remember for the life of me what I was talking about. Sorry, someone came upstairs and I had to stop talking for a bit and derailed me. So, the new Doctor, Peter Capaldi. I was delighted when he was announced as the new Doctor because he's older. I don't like the fact that the Doctor's been getting younger. He's 1200 and something years old. That's something else. They need to stop messing with stop lying about your age. It's confusing everyone. It's confusing me. He was 900 and something in the 7th Doctor, and he's still saying he's 900 years old when he's the 11th or the 12th. Anyway, but the new Doctor, I'm not really going to pass judgment on him, so to speak, until I've seen the entire series, because I've only seen 2 episodes. Although the Dalek one was very well done, it felt like they were Daleks again. They weren't really up to anything, they were just being Daleks. If that had been the first Dalek episode, I would have fallen in love with the series there and then. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to talk about. Well, plenty to talk about, but so yeah, I'm interested in hearing your opinions. What do you think of the new? Actually, that's before I go. Clara. Everyone I've talked to, passionate fans and couldn't really care less fans, they don't like her. I don't like her either. I think she's really boring. It goes through all the companions in the new Doctor Who. They all seem to have to be the centre of the universe or something key to the story. Can't we just have an interesting, normal character? Oh, this is Bob from the street or something, and he's a paper boy, or he's not spread himself all through your timeline. He's just a kid that you've randomly met that happens to be where you are. Take him on your travels, and or her, and Bob can be a girl's name too. That's something about Clara. Someone asked me, because what didn't you like about her? What didn't you like about her? What is that? I can't name anything about her. What distinguishes her in the episode? There was nothing, although she's the companion. She's not. She's the girl who comes along with him, then goes home. If you're the Doctor's companion, you live in the TARDIS. That's it. But yeah, interesting in hearing your opinions. Argue with me, whatever. Get a dialogue going. Hopefully I'll do some more of these videos soon. Thank you very much for watching.